Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa. Hello, gorgeous folks. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode with Fafa. Yes, during the week I did some few grocery shopping and I found this amazing cauliflower. So, of course, I'm going to treat my vegetarians. Absolutely. Now, naturally, I'd leave the written recipe, which would include the list of ingredients and measurements, on my blog, indudubyfafa.blogspot.com. So do check it out. So in my previous video, or two videos that I uploaded yesterday, I showed you how to make your garlic butter, and then I proceeded on how to also make your aromatic curry oil, because that's where all the flavor is. And it is the curry oil that I'll be using to marinate my cauliflower. So it's going to be incredible. And if this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button whilst you're here and the notification button so you do not miss any future videos. Naturally, I'll leave the links to the garlic butter oil and as well as the aromatic curry oil in the description box below. So do click that and familiarize yourself with the flavors. I'd also pin it at the top. So now let's start. Once you do get your fresh whole cauliflower, do wash it under cold running water to get rid of any residue. Now, once you've done that, just trim the bottom just for an even look so that when you set the cauliflower in your roasting tin or pot, it would just be even. Absolutely. Now, I'm not going to discard that because that's always going to go into my vegetarian stock. Now, I'm talking about stock. If you watched my triple garlic fried rice recipe, I did make my own garlic stock, and this is the remaining part of it, and it's just intense with flavor. So I did use the skins of the garlic as well as onion and reduced it to this beautiful dark rich consistency. So I'm transferring that into my pot and I'm adding salt to taste. You might go like, oh, it's a lot of salt, but that is a huge cauliflower that I do have. So I'm now going to sit the cauliflower into my stock, and of course I need the flavors to go into the florets, so that's why I've turned it upside down. And then again, I mean, the cauliflower is just too big for my 5-liter pot. So anyway, I'm just going to allow this to simmer for 10 minutes because I don't want it to overcook or anything. I just want the garlic flavors to permeate right through into the florets of the cauliflower. This would also allow the cauliflower florets to trap in the moisture and flavor, of course, of the garlic stock. So the next thing is I'm now going to be drenching it with my aromatic curry oil, which has that lemongrass base. It's got the lime base coming through, the cardamom, yes. Once you add your aromatic curry oil to your cauliflower, allow it to sit for a minimum of 30 minutes just to allow the flavors to permeate through. Now, when you are ready, preheat your oven to 180 degrees, and we are going to be roasting the cauliflower for 30 to 40 minutes. So immediately you see that it's browning on the surface, just insert it with a skewer, and if it actually just goes through without any restriction, you know that it's nice and tender and beautiful. So I've taken it out and then I'm reminding it of its flavor, so I'm drizzling some more aromatic curry oil on top of it, and I'm just going to allow this to sit for at least about 10-15 minutes before serving. Now, I did another one because whenever I do a recipe, I do try it 3 times. Yes, one for flavor and perfection. The second one is for ease of copying that recipe, so i.e. that everybody else can also make the same recipe, and also for flavor. Now, when it came to the flavor, it always had a smoky taste to it, and I loved it. But on one occasion, I did place the cauliflower after it was done and marinated. I placed it back in the fridge, and then the next day I warmed it through and had it, and it was intense with flavor. So do bear that in mind. So you can make this the day before Christmas, exactly, and then on the day you can just warm it through and you're good to go. So here I've just sliced the florets, as you can tell, and yeah, that is just looking beautiful. It's nice, tender, smoky, and you can just see like some parts are not as brown. They just like, that buttery yellow color. Exactly. And then here we have the stalk. So what I'm going to do with the stalk is I'm going to blend it with a little bit of cashew nuts. Yes, and that I will make my little dressing. Exactly. Now, I'm not going to discard the leaves. I'll be using it for my vegetarian stock, which will then give it that smoky flavor. Also, you can serve it with your roast. Exactly. The next ingredient is my radicchio, which has this bitterness and it's absolutely incredible. I'm going to quarter it, wash it in salty water, and I would arrange it on the edges of my cauliflower. Now, if you're in Ghana, you can substitute the radicchio for the Ghanaian green salad because it does have that similar bitter flavor. And this pairs really well with the smoky cauliflower and the creamy salad cream. Now I've drizzled it with a little bit of cashew nuts for that crunchy texture, and I've blended the stalks of the cauliflower and cashew nuts together, which I have transferred to a bowl. The next thing is I'm adding some horseradish. In the absence of that, you can grate a little bit of ginger and add a teaspoonful of yogurt, all natural yogurt, and that would give you a similar flavor. Mix everything together and of course add your salt to taste. And here I'm going to be scooping this amazing salad dressing into the cone-like shape of the radicchio. Yes. So when one is about to eat, you can just, grab one like that, add your cauliflower, and you're good to go. Now, this would also pair well if you do serve like some fried plantain or killiwilli as a side dish. Yes, you are good to go. Now, I'd leave links to how to make your killiwilli in the description box below. And yes, you can familiarize yourself with that flavor as well. So here I'm just going to drizzle it with a little bit of my garlic infused oil. Exactly. So if you've watched the two previous videos, you know that this is a garlicky affair, and we definitely, getting rid of any vampires. We don't want any, vampirish behavior for 2021, do we? Now, for vegetarians, thank you very much for your likes, your comments, and yes, I hope I've done a great service here. Yes, and in honoring you. And for non-vegetarians as well, this is a must-try dish. When we're talking about flavors, this is it. Exactly. This is not any other food. This is a flavor-packed Ndudu shingdings. Or may I say shenanigans or shingdings? What should we do for 2021? Shingdings, maybe? Naturally, I'll leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog, intodo.fafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'll leave a link in the description box below. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudu by Fafa, so pass by and say hi. Noel, thank you very much for my theme song. And until my next amazing recipe with you amazing creatives, take care of you, be nice, be beautiful. Never forget to put a smile on your face each day because media, I love you for you. I'll see you in my next video.